Welcome to FairyTale World.
Long ago, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a king and a queen. They were very happy and prosperous, but they had no children. After many years of prayers, the queen finally gave birth to a beautiful daughter. Her eyes were as deep as the blue sea, her hair golden and shining, and her face as fresh as flowers. The king named her Briar Rose, meaning the bud of a thorny rose. To celebrate the princess's birth, the king invited 13 fairies to the palace so they could bestow gifts upon her. Only 12 fairies arrived, and each gave a wonderful gift. One gave beauty, another wisdom, a third kindness, and so on gifts like a lovely voice, the ability to dance gracefully, and more. But the 13th fairy, who was old and bad-tempered, had not been invited because the king only had 12 golden plates. Furious at being overlooked, she suddenly appeared in the palace and cursed the princess.
Turns 15, she will prick her finger on a spindle and die.
Everyone was terrified. Fortunately, the 12th fairy had not yet given her gift. She stepped forward and said,
"She will not die, but fall into a deep sleep for 100 years.
The king immediately ordered that every spindle and needle in the kingdom be burned.
Every spindle and needle in the kingdom be burned.
Princess Briar Rose grew up safely, becoming beautiful, kind, and beloved by all. On her 15th birthday,
Briar Rose.
the princess was exploring the palace when she came upon an old tower. There, an old woman was spinning thread with a spindle. Briar Rose had never seen one before and asked,
What is this?
Old woman, who was actually the 13th fairy in disguise,
show you.
replied, "Come, I'll show you." As soon as the princess touched the spindle, the needle pricked her finger, and she fell into a deep sleep right there. The curse spread across the entire palace. The king, queen, servants, soldiers, and even the dogs and cats all fell into a deep slumber. A thick forest grew around the palace, forming a wall of thorns that no one could pass through. Rumors spread about a beautiful sleeping princess inside.
Have you heard the whispers? They say there's a beautiful sleeping princess.
A princess?
Inside where?
Years passed, and 100 years went by. One day, a brave prince was hunting when he came across the forest. He heard the old tales of the sleeping princess from villagers.
Have you heard the old tales of the sleeping princess? Yes, tell me more.
Intrigued, he cut through the thorny wall. Just as the 100 years ended, the thorns turned into beautiful rose flowers on their own. The prince entered the palace and saw everyone asleep. Finally, he reached the room where Briar Rose lay. He was amazed by her beauty. Leaning down, he gently kissed her forehead with true love. The moment his kiss touched her, the princess opened her eyes and smiled, as if she had only napped for a moment. Then the entire palace awoke. The people rose, birds began to sing, flowers bloomed once more. The king and queen thanked
We
the prince
thank you
warmly.
warmly, Prince.
Soon, Briar Rose and the prince were married. The whole kingdom celebrated with great joy. And they all lived happily ever after. This story teaches us that the power of goodness and love can break any curse.